Hey guys, Tom itself here playing a little Demolition. I've been playing more and more of this and having fun. Well, you probably saw a fair amount of it in the montage I uploaded a couple weeks ago, and yeah, it's been going on for a while now, but I figured I'd talk about it. Demo very much reminds me of a game type called Rush in Battlefield that well, it's my favorite game type in Battlefield, so hey, why wouldn't I enjoy it in Black Ops here, although the games are somewhat different. It plays out fairly differently from the Battlefield version, but it does have some of the same strategies and some of the same issues. At first I wanted to do something like my Domination Basics video, explaining score and such, but I really can't say as much about that in demo. It goes on rounds, you have to detonate both bombs to win. You know, you get offense and defense both. If you played it once, you probably figured out these things. The one thing I have to point out, though, is that if both sides win a round, then you're going into overtime, and being ready for that is a big deal if it happens. In overtime, there's one neutral bomb site, and everyone on both teams can plant. It's kind of crazy. The bomb site is usually on or near where B domination flag would be, but not always. On Hijacked, it's a little bit off to the east. An extreme example would be on the new map Vertigo. Instead of being in the building near the ladder where B domination flag is, it's all the way out by the VTOL warship. If you know where it is, you're going to know where you want to push when that overtime round starts, and well, that makes quite the difference. I mean, just the other thing is that knowing if you're going to overtime to hold on to your score streaks, to not die needlessly in the last couple seconds of that last round, can make all the difference when it comes to that big push in overtime. And if the enemy do get it armed, not only do you have to disarm, but you have to sit there and arm your bomb. It can take a while. I say lots of trophies and stuff can be very, very useful in Demolition overtime as everyone is pushing that middle point. But what's the big draw to demo? I'll have to say that sometimes I just want to sit back, relax, and get my snipe on. And well, Domination, not quite as much the game type for that now, and so doing that in Demolition. With the extremely stable spawns, it means you're unlikely to get shot in the back, and if you do, your teammates will probably take notice and go deal with the guy, avenge you, because that guy shouldn't be back there. I mean, it's kind of nice. I keep pulling out my pistol in this clip because, well, I know I'm better off with a pistol than trying to quickscope people. Now, Demo is a perfectly reasonable game type, not my favorite ever, but I'll certainly play it. But at times, I don't quite understand aspects of the game design, and that's one of the things I want to get into here, and, well, some of the ways people abuse them. You see, a lot of my confusion comes in the fact that people like to play these little tiny maps on Demolition, where the game type runs into some real issues. If you've ever played on maps like Hijacked or Nuke Town, you know exactly what I'm talking about. As the offense, in order to plant, you basically have to hardcore spawn camp the defenders or completely push them out of their spawn, which is fairly hard because someone needs to then stay back there to make sure they don't immediately start spawning back in their original spawn. Now, having stable spawns is certainly a thing for the game type. The defenders usually have an advantageous position, the bombs are a little bit closer to the defender's side, and so if the attackers could pick up the defender's spawn, well, that would make things quite a bit easier. Yeah, so while a lot of maps, the bombs are right in the middle, I'm going to think Cargo, where they're over by the docks, and then one in the building, is just pretty much right in the middle of the map. It really doesn't matter which side you're spawning on. On a map, a small map like Nuketown or Hijacked, well, there's that last bomb that's right up next to the spawn, and again, the attackers basically have to spawn camp the defenders if they want to successfully detonate that second bomb closer to the defender spawn. Now, on one hand, I get it. It's cool to get the big old multi-kills to kill people one after the other as they run out of their spawn and just gun them down and they get no chance. You just sit there, keep unloading, and just trying to keep up with all the people who are running at you. Yeah, that can be kind of cool. My issue is that, well, it's not very fun for that long. It's just, for either person, either side, there's nothing else as an attacker you really want to do because, well, if you can keep them back there, that's probably just the best way to go. Help build up some score streaks and whatnot. And, you know, for them, they're just dying as they run out of their spawn over and over again. It can't be that much fun. Now, it is possible to draw games out like the one I'm seeing now, and just killing noobs. and, you know, boost KDs, get lots of score. Yeah, if the point of the game is to get lots of XP, then this is a pretty good way to go about it, is they just keep respawning right in front of you. But honestly, it's not that much fun. At least my group, if we have the opportunity to have a 5-6 minute game, we will go ahead and wrap the game up about as fast as we can. It's on offense, where you basically just kill the attackers in their spawn, like you saw with the defenders, that it gets kind of just silly, because they have no chance. They're just trying to get around, but as you can see here, gunning people down out of their spawn. I usually avoid this, but they voted for this map a second time, and I figured they needed some more reasons why they shouldn't want to play this map in Demolition anymore. So yeah, we share the love of Hijacked Demolition with some more people, just the spawn killing. Oh my. The real trouble being that, well, if you get them really pushed, then one green arrow can push back there and flip the spawn. So fortunately this guy waited until the very end, but if he'd done there much sooner, they might have spawned behind us and then armed the bomb. Yeah, we still would have won, but that would have been a lot more frantic. And I got thrown into a game in progress. Teammate is 0-40, but somehow we won the first round. Yeah. So, I think that really brings me to the point of this commentary, and that is there are these maps and game modes combinations that I don't just see as not my thing. I see as like, why this seems like it's broken to me. Does it seem that way to anybody else? And you know, like I said, I understand the appeal of getting the multi-kills, but when the objective turns into spawn killing, not just a spawn camping so they can't leave and you've got things locked down, but you're pretty much trying to shoot them off of their spawn. What does that say about the game mode and the map? Is that actually what the developers intended to happen here? Is that a problem? And why on earth do I have to play? My group is not entirely happy about having Nuke Town thrown into the regular rotation. Because stuff like this happens. You get laggy games where you get thrown in progress, and yeah, words cannot describe this. I usually don't encourage this, but this is one game that I'm not sticking around for this. So yeah, if I'm not willing to, why should I expect anyone else to do that? So those are my thoughts. Bit of a rant, but I wanted to put it out there. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.